choosing not to support them now?
I hope that you guys know that sometimes between the shows we have
Ooga chaka,
arguments.
ooga chaka, ooga chuga. I can't fight this feeling. Come on, Robbie. Deep inside of me. Somebody's got to ooga chaka while I'm doing this. Ooga chaka. Girl, you don't realize what you do to me. I don't know who sings that song. It's a great song.
Nobody knows who sings that song. It is why they chose
an
to put the
acapella group
ooga chaka.
When we were in college.
That's probably
that was
why
the first time I
dislike
heard
it
it.
so much.
That's the first time I heard it. And when they ooga chaka'd, I was like, what's happening here? Why are they ooga chaka-ing? Because they go ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, and it's very surprising. And
that's how the song goes.
Those of us who appreciate art and uniquesh of expression,
I don't do any of those things.
Were impressed by the decision to ooga chaka.
Nope.
Robbie said, no, give me only bland, rehashed
music
songs I've heard before again and again. You guys, art is breaking the mold. Art is saying something for the first time. It is celebrating others who take risks. Ooga chaka,
sometimes
ooga,
it works and
ooga
sometimes
chaka,
it doesn't.
ooga chuga.
And you have to be willing to admit when it doesn't work.
And I absolutely would.
Not jump on board.
When it works.
For those people who are not here, I'm wearing glasses because salad assaulted my eye and I have some kind of eye issue now.
Robbie, take responsibility. You ate that salad recklessly.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
It
was a big piece of salad.
That salad was minding its own business.
I should have cut it into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
I slurped it.
Yeah.
And it went swing.
To be clear, slurping salad is something I do frequently.
I have never run into this problem before, as probably most people haven't.
I don't actually. My eyesight is perfect.
Probably,
I just have windshields to protect my eyes from my eating habits. All right. All right. Oh, Jane has heard ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Do you love it, Jane? Do you love it? There's only one right answer to this question, Jane. Yes, Jane loves it. She didn't say it yet, but I know it. Swats it, yo.
Swats it, yo.
Swats it, yo. That means so. What is happening in your life, Robbie? Sitting next to me, respected Robbie, who's thoughts about music.
What's the last T stand for then?
The it.
You said what is happening.
Well, I'm saying what it actually means, not what it is a contraction of.
I want to know what it's a contraction of.
So, what is it that you are doing right now? Swats it. Swats it, yo.
You're doing right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can take that.
Okay.
I can I like that.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Theme song. The correct theme song. The actual, right, proper
The Robbie and Matthew, the Robbie and Matthew Show.
That was very loud.
It was very loud.
That kind of hurt me a little bit. My eyebrows weren't prepared for that.
I've lost my keyboard.
Here it is. You put it over there. Okay. Water is good for you. Instead of telling you what to do today, I'm planting some public service reminders in hopes that you will be inspired. It's so far away. My legs. My legs are not prepared.
Wait, that's as far as it was?
I'm sitting on Robbie's strange Swedish stool.
I know. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm going to show you this strange chair that I'm sitting on
It's supposed to fix my
Look at
shoulder.
This. Yes, but it doesn't because Robbie refuses to sit in this strange Swedish stool.
No, I've been sitting in it the last couple days.
Oh, okay. Is your shoulder fixed? Mm-mm. Okay.
My shoulder feels worse.
We're going to drink some water.
Cheers,
We're
bros,
going to launch
jackety
forward into greater, more hydrated versions of ourselves. And you can too, friend.
Maybe it will help my swollen eye.
May I pour the water? Can I pour the water in your eye? If you lean back and open your eye, I could dump that water into your eye. I could irrigate your eye. I mean, your eye needs water.
I've done that once this morning and it helps, but I got to do it again. It's starting to hurt again.
Did you do that in a room with a porcelain floor and a hole?
We do not have a room with a porcelain floor.
Yes, we do. It's called the shower.
It is not made of porcelain.
Porcelain is a metaphor here, Robbie, for an indelible surface that water runs off of into the drain. Please.
Had you said an indelible surface that water runs off
Robbie,
the drain, I would have said yes.
Stop being so difficult. Go with me here. All right, here we go. Robbie, what does that say?
Robbie updates you on the progress of her scary fish with star-shaped teeth. Try to say that 3 times in a row. With star-shaped
Here he is. Here's the blobwing. Or here she is. Or here it is. Or here they are. However you want to describe the blobwing, here is. All right? Could you please put this up so they can see, for those who were not with us yesterday, what the blobwing started as?
That's what it started as. Based on everyone's suggestions, we had that we wanted it to be reptilian, but also underwater.
So that's called amphibious.
I guess.
Yeah, something that is reptilian that's underwater
Yeah.
is by definition amphibious. Well, it isn't, because if you're reptilian, you're not underwater.
Exactly.
At least not for very long.
Right.
So
or amphibious.
This is either
They're sometimes
amphibious
underwater.
or completely water-based.
Right.
I'm just saying. Can I lodge an objection?
Yes.
I asked you yesterday to put the blobwing language to the left and out of the harsh gaze of the laser eye, because to me right now it looks like the bee lobwing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's bothering me.
Okay.
Okay.
I got to figure out where
All right.
I wrote that.
What layer?
Yeah.
Now, don't you label your layers so that you know
I
what
do
they're
usually,
called?
but not in this show because
You don't have time.
I don't have time.
That takes a little extra doing. Oh, there it is.
I put it on the teeth layer for some reason.
Oh, interesting. So does that mean the teeth are going to move while you do this?
That's why I have to select it to move it instead of.
All right.
Okay.
The blobwing.
There we go.
Very good. Thank you.
So I think we had suggestions that it have horns, that it have pink spikes on its back. Oh, it was like pink dinosaur spikes, wasn't it? And at first I started them as little nubs, and then I made them tall.
And if I'll remind you, you drew them in a very sloppy fashion.
I did.
So show them how sloppy.
Okay.
Look how sloppily Robbie drew these, because she can use a tool to hide her sloppy slopson. Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
Wait, I'm trying to take away all...
look at that.
There. That's how...
Yeah.
That's how I drew them, but since other stuff was on top of them,
Ba-ba.
you don't know how bad it looks.
Ba-doing, jing, jing.
All right. So now I'm starting to doubt the spikiness of those pink spikes.
Just too spiky?
Well, they don't look like they're part of the same creature. So if they were like dinosaur type spikes, I feel like they would look a little bit more apart.
You just need to know how to make them look like they're actually emerging from the body. Right now it looks like they're in a layer on the other side of the body.
You are correct.
Yeah, because that's what they are. Is that correct?
They are, yes.
Okay.
So anyway,
right.
We came up with the one dangling eyeball, the horns, the three eyes, and then goat pupils, which go sideways, and then star-shaped teeth. Right? That was those were all of the suggestions.
Okay, so the update has occurred. We're not going to spend any more time on this right now.
Yes.
We're going to read Wonder Undercover first, and we'll return to this if time allows.
Okay.
Okay? I'm running a tight ship here,
I'm just going to show you where we got to on the last
Yes.
show. So this is the blob. I'm trying to try something a little different, which is not drawing the outline with the pen and ink first, but doing sort of the filled in paint and drawing the details in afterwards.
All right.
So we'll see.
Okay.
While Matthew reads, I'm gonna add the stem with the eye on it because I forgot.
You know what's helpful?
What?
We, being two separate human beings, can do different things at the same time.
Yes.
If we were only one person, it'd be very hard for me to paint spikes while I was reading the book.
That's true.
All right, Robbie's
Great Big Space Pencil is not what? Is not imaginary. No, it is real, and I love it, and it makes me happy. I'm glad you remind me that I have it every day because it really makes me happy every day.
Robbie, what is the theme of the week?
Imaginary creatures.
Why in the heck are you showing your non-imaginary space pencil?
Because
Totally inappropriate, off-brand, off-theme, irrelevant, unwelcome.
I love it.
No, not okay. Put your great big space pencil away until the next time we have a relevant theme.
Maybe next week's theme should be Great Big Space Pencils.
Or just things that are great and big. It can be a theme about my Oliver shirt. Okay, here we go. Matthew reads Chapter 11 of Wonder Undercover. I have to let you know that in the sidebar there's some insurrection happening.
No,
Someone
I don't
talked
know
about
what to do about it.
impeaching El Puppy. You guys, she's not here.
Yes.
You can't vow to impeach someone when she's not present to defend herself. I cry foul.
She's doing a camp.
If she were here, she's so tough. She would quash the rebellion instantly.
Yeah.
So,
but I also want to let you know that she was so conscientious. She showed up early, and she posted jokes in the sidebar so we wouldn't be down on jokes.
So as far as we are concerned...
El Puppy's got it handled, man.
Indeed. Okay.
All right. Yes, Matthew.
Okay. Chapter 12.
Chapter 12.
Everyone is still a suspect. On Thursday morning, my mind is full of questions I can't answer. How can I explain myself to Hilly? Will she ever forgive me? Will she blow my cover? Will she tell Veronica? So, instead of sitting here stewing, I keep my mind occupied by actually focusing on Mr. Shine's helpful advice about how to avoid run-on sentences. But then I decide I already know all about run-on sentences and would never use them in a million years or so. I get extremely bored and start thinking about Milton, who was too mad to talk about the case when we got home late last night and still wasn't feeling chatty at breakfast. That's a joke, you guys.
That's funny because that was such a super run-on sentence, which makes me laugh.
I find him during recess and demand answers. Out with it! What did you learn at the meeting? There was something wrong with Tammy's bowl. Her bowl? What do you mean? It's a bowl. If the eggs are fine and the mixer works, her bowl is the next most likely source of the problem. Do you have any idea what is wrong with the bowl? Not yet. But the time I got a chance to take a closer look, it was an eggy mess. Well, did you figure out what Tammy was doing at least? Tracy used Veronica's map last night, so that can't be it. And we already knew her compass works fine. Maybe someone is moving the cash? Are you sure there's not a third Dublinger who's conspiring with Tammy? I am nearly knocked over by this horrifying thought, but I managed to move on. Is that all you've got? I'm not doing a very good job of hiding my disappointment. So far, says Milton, who is doing an even worse job of hiding his irritation. But do you at least believe the Dublingers are the only suspects? As far as I'm concerned, everyone is still a suspect, he says, giving me a very unbrotherly scowl. Including Hilly. He gets up from the bench and gives me a stare. Including you. I assume that Milton is joking as he says this, but he does not crack a smile as he walks over to the bench where he used to sit before we formed our agency. I sit down and try to think things through, but only for a moment, because suddenly I am face to face with an agitated Dublinger. It wasn't the eggs. Tammy is in a mood. Apparently not. Good theory, though, right? Theories don't earn badges. Detective work takes time. I expect results. So do I. Tammy storms off with the perfect combination of indignation and poise that only a Dublinger could master. When school ends, Hilly is waiting outside, standing there with her arms folded like the gates of a forbidding fortress. I barely have time to slip on my headband and glasses before she begins her interrogation. What is your name? Moxie Minerva McCoy. Is that your real name? Yes. Do you actually hate soup? No. Hilly looks mildly comforted. It's my turn to ask... Oh, excuse me. I do! Hilly looks mildly comforted. It's my turn to ask a question. Have you told anyone? No. I like to know the facts before I start talking. My heart soars with relief. A good policy. So, tell me the facts. What are you up to? I look at Hilly and she looks at me. She is mad, she is smart, and she is not going to be convinced by anything but the entire truth. I decide to lay it all out and hope for the best. I tell her that the Moxie McCoy she thinks she knows is but an illusion, that the real me is a relatively famous detective, and that going undercover is the only way to get the information I need to solve the case of the thwarted badge. I can tell that Hilly is kind of impressed to be talking with someone who is technically a celebrity. Okay, that sort of makes sense. But what was all that you were saying about wanting to bring an end to the Wonder Scouts? I lean in close and whisper in Hilly's ear. I hate to break it to you, but Wonder Scouts is a twisted and sinister organization bent on the corruption of young minds. What's the matter with Wonder Scouts? Well, first of all, Tammy and Tracy Dublinger are members and they're the absolute worst. Okay. What else? Second, it's obvious that... But that's as far as I get before my brain runs out of complaints. Let me ask you a few questions, says Hilly, sticking her finger right in the middle of my chest, way Annabelle might when questioning one of Dr. Fungo's most hideous henchmen. Have you gotten to know an amazing woman who has traveled the world doing amazing things and is now teaching us how to be amazing too? I cannot deny it. Have you made a new friend who has spent a lot of her time trying to teach you stuff so that you can earn your badges? I absolutely have. It's all suddenly very important to me that Hilly know exactly how much I appreciate her friendship. Do you think Veronica and I are twisted and sinister? I absolutely don't. Then why in the world would you want to put an end to the Wonder Scouts? As I sit there trying my hardest to come up with things that are wrong about the Wonder Scouts, my heart fills up with all the things I love about it. I guess I probably wouldn't. Hilly's eyes shine triumphantly, but it's clear she's not done. I do think it makes sense to investigate Tammy and Tracy. I agree it's weird that neither of them has been able to earn her final badge. If it turns out that they are up to no good, Veronica should know. But if you do a single thing to hurt the Wonder Scouts itself, so help me Moxie Minerva McCoy, you will personally answer to Hildegard Guinevere Jackson. Wonder Scouts is extremely important to me. And I thought it was important to you. Her words burn like the sidewalk on bare feet in summer. It is, I say, surprising myself by how much I mean it. One more question, says Hilly, glaring at me like a chicken might glare at a fried egg. Is that your actual hairdo? I take off my headband and restore my magnificent pigtails. Hilly's scowl relaxes a little. I like that so much better. Me too, I say, relieved. And the glasses? I take them off. Better without? 200%. I stop and let that sink in. Hilly prefers the actual me to the undercover one, though at the moment it seems she's not terribly fond of either version. For the record, I'm not quite ready to forgive you, and I'm still not sure when I will be. With that, Hilly stomps off in a way that makes clear she doesn't want me to follow. I stand there feeling flat as a lid that someone just removed from a tuna can, and just as jagged around the edges. That night at dinner, Dad takes us shopping. He gets me my own flint so that I can challenge for the fire starter badge on the camping trip. And, to be fair, he gets Milton some new batteries for his walkie-talkies. When we get home, we play board games, and afterward, Milton and I use the walkie-talkies to chat from our separate bedrooms. I have a new theory in the local House of History case. Oh, I have a new theory in the local House of History case, he says. Oh, I say, tell me. I'm so discouraged by the lack of progress on the Wonder Scout front that I could really use some good news. Well, I've racked my brain again and again, and the only person I can think of who could possibly want to steal Veronica's folder is... Who? Tell me! I'm excited. When Milton has a theory, it's usually not wrong. Veronica. I turn off the walkie-talkie and take out the batteries so that there is zero chance it can come back on, because what Milton just said is plain ridiculous. I go downstairs and ask Dad if we can try calling Mom. Even though I know we won't get her, I want to hear her voice on the recording. It rings a few times, but her message doesn't play. Instead, I hear, "Hello? Dale? Mom?" I say. "Mom, it's Moxie." "Oh, it's good to hear your voice," she says. "Tell me everything." All the amazing things I was going to say in my message get lost as I try to think about the things to say to her real-life self. "I'm good," I say. "I joined a new club, but I got myself into a bit of a pickle. You want to talk about it?" "Not really. You already taught me exactly what I need to do to fix it." "So you're going to be all right?" "Absolutely." "Promise?" "Yeah." "How's my little squeeze?" She's talking about Milton. "Are you looking out for him like I asked you to?" "Of course," I say. I do not mention that I have recently put him up to wearing an old man wig in infiltrating a meeting for Wholesome Girls. "You know what?" she says. I can tell Mom is ramping up to deliver some wise advice. "What?" "Even though they're kind of sour, pickles can be pretty delicious." I laugh because she's right. They often are. "I'll see you really soon," says Mom. But I know better than to ask when she's coming home. She never knows for sure. I pause for a minute, enjoying the sound of her breathing. "Now let me talk to Dad," she says. "I miss that guy." "Okay," I say. My parents are goofy in love. "I love you," she says. I say it back, and then I say it back again. I hand the phone to Dad and head up to my room, feeling not as bad about today and a whole lot better about tomorrow. Bum-ba-da-dum-dum-dum. Chapter 12's in the books. That is all for today. The show will end right now. That's not true. We have 10 minutes
10
left,
minutes.
you guys. All right.
Well,
Yes?
I think the war has happened. Look.
Is the war over? Has a truce been called? Have the sides been sorted out? Does everybody know what their role in everyone's administration is?
The Sea Scorpionzillas are being set to to work against the Kangaroo.
Do we need to arbitrate this? Does somebody need to hand down a decision from on high?
I think what I appreciate
Yes.
is that you guys are staying on theme.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, the imaginary creatures are battling the war?
Are battling each other.
Okay.
The Kraken.
Okay, points given.
Yep.
Points given for thematic warring. If you're going to war...
Shrimpzilla.
Whoa.
Keto, the Greek goddess of sea monsters.
Keto? How do you spell keto?
Keto. I wonder if that's true.
I wonder if Keto, the Greek goddess of sea monsters, also eats a high-fat, low-protein, low-carb diet. Robbie, can you show us the exciting progress that's happening over here?
Okay, so
all right,
this
you guys,
is what
look.
I've gotten to. I did the eyeballs. I liked, I was going to make those eyeballs symmetrical, the three ones across. Mm-hmm. But I decided this guy's a little wonky kind of guy.
You mean that two of them are a little closer to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Two are close, and then one's a little bit higher up.
Okay,
I
fair
didn't
enough.
want him to go straight across, because that would be what you would expect.
Robbie, I endorse your opinion.
Thanks.
Not that you were probably looking for my endorsement, but I give it anyway.
Well, now you know what I'm noticing?
Tell us.
I was going to fill all the teeth in as bright white teeth, but
Right.
I like how over here, I haven't quite filled them in yet. I filled them in with one coat of white.
Right.
But they look like they're in shadow. So I wonder if I should do the tops with 2 coats of white and then leave the bottoms kind of brownish in
As
shadow.
if he's encountering a light source?
No, just like that they're inside of his mouth. So
Why would they be further back than the ones in the same row?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna have to fix it.
Oh, you're going to paint those dull again?
Take away some of the paint on these.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that they're deeper in his mouth. I
Right?
do, yeah. Hi guys. Okay, Keto is the Greek goddess of sea monsters. Well, hey, who knew? That's great. Do those sea monsters only eat high-fat creatures? That's what I want to know. Do they avoid strawberry shortcake?
Matthew wants to know because
Kool-Aid,
there's a
Coca-Cola.
diet, for those of you not in the know, called the keto diet.
Yes.
Which means that you...
It's a very unexpected diet.
very strange.
You eat lots and lots and lots of fat, no sugar at all, and a little bit of protein. And apparently it's good for you. There you go. All right, you guys. Robbie is drawing. I'm going to read the letter from my dude, Grant. Grant, if you weren't with us yesterday, because he loves me, and apparently because he feels sorry for me, sent me the most magnificent gift, which is a pen that he created himself. He hand-turned the wooden part of the pen on a lathe. And this is a pen, like Robbie's pen and inking, that has a nib at the end. This is a more
It's a writer's
forgiving
nib.
rib.
Yes, it's a...
But look at this beautiful, heavy brass pen cap and like pocket clip. It's just so delightful. You can screw the end of the cap onto the end of the pen. It's now among my few favorite objects in the entire world. I am going to put it in my magical place in my office. I also got some swan pies and some pralines. So
You might notice that there's 2 fewer swan pies than there were.
We ate one of them together. What happened? What?
Wait, there's 1.5 fewer.
What? Robbie, did someone grant you blessing and permission to do this?
No, I was so hungry this morning.
Don't leave your snacks. Whoever was eating pound cake in the last show, don't bring it here and leave it on Robbie's desk. All right, look at this. Grant has his own letterhead that says Grant Schaefer. When you are a professional illustrator and graphic designer, you can make your own letterhead just like that. Lickety chomp. All right. Dude, Matthew, I've enclosed a gift for you, and it says, and your family. I didn't have to read those words, but in the interest of honesty, I guess Grant wanted me to share with Robbie and the kids, unfortunately. This all started when I sent Robbie a gift. You seemed so sad that I didn't include anything for you, that you were trying to claim a small piece of wood as your own. I know that Amy sent you a shirt, but I felt slightly sad. You guys, I feel like I emotionally manipulated my dude.
You really did.
A while back, when Robbie first started illustrating live on your show, you made a comment about artists getting all the fun gadgets while writers don't. That got me thinking about an old school writer pen. They were the writer equivalent of the fun art stuff. So I made you a fountain pen. It, the wood part, is made from the same piece of purple heart wood that I used to make one of Robbie's nib holders. As a new wood turner, I am always looking for reasons to make things out of wood and thought you might like it. Also, you can use it to continue practicing your handwriting as assigned by Emily. Emily, I hope you're with us today. Grant has your back. I've included some ink cartridges and an ink converter that you can use to fill it with your own ink. I put in some actual pralines from River Street Sweets for you and your family. You kept referring to the bear claws as pralines. I thought if I sent you some pralines, you would then know the difference. Update, Amy thought I should include some swan pies so you could do a side-by-side taste test. All right, and Grant also explains Principal Schaefer was clearing out her room the other day and threw a lot of stuff into the trash can. We went through and pulled a few things out. I thought I would include for you, for your kids, the origami paper.
Awesome.
All right? So there you go. Principal Schaefer no longer needed her origami paper. She knew that Kato would make great things
Kato's
with it.
already been at work with
Yes.
it. Yes.
All right. And Grant enjoys watching your and Robbie's antics. It has been nice reconnecting with you both. You fellow dude. Grant, I also admire the paper that you printed this on. It has a nice toothy sort of... Yeah, he's a classy dude.
Yeah. He's no lightweight. He knows what he's doing.
I would never accuse my man Grant of being anything but a gentleman of substance, style, sophistication, grace. What's happening here, Robbie?
So, I took off
I like
some
that.
of the white.
Uh-huh.
And basically, guys, taking off the paint with gouache is really just taking some clear paint. Unfortunately, my paint is not super clear, but it's, clear water. Taking some water without any paint in it, and then just kind of wiping it up, and then I wipe it on my paper towel. I always have a paper towel in my other hand. I'm constantly wiping my brush off onto my paper towel.
You guys see how close I came to being killed by Robbie's paintbrush?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She just wantonly pushed it right next to my nose.
So do you see what I did?
Yeah.
Can you see the difference?
Yeah.
I wish that I had a picture of what it looked like when they were all bright white, but anyway.
I think our friends can tell the difference.
Okay.
All right, guys. It is 1:57.
Oh,
I
we
think
need jokes. Jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
There's fart spray being deployed, you guys.
Oh. Is it imaginary fart spray? It has to be imaginary in order to be...
It has to come from, exploding kitten robots,
gravy.
robot cats.
This is the most eventful show that we've ever had.
Imploding kittens.
Oh my gosh.
Spies,
Jokes!
Spies.
Jokes!
Okay.
All right.
You ready, Matthew?
Yes, I'm ready.
Can a kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building?
Yes. The Empire State Building is a building. It cannot jump.
Where do fish keep their money?
In their fins, in their gills, in their safety deposit gills.
Nope.
In their scales, in their dorsal fins, in their...
Where do... It's probably the same place where
In their
otters
schools?
keep them and where frogs keep them.
Oh, in the riverbank.
Yay!
In the riverbank.
Very good.
Excellent.
I can't believe you got there with that.
Well, you gave me the otter clue. I think of otters like being on the bank,
Yeah.
whereas fish aren't really near the bank.
Okay.
The fish are in the
That
water.
was too good of a clue
Otters
I
are
gave
in the
you?
bank. Yeah.
I thought that was a good clue.
Okay, it was.
How do you keep a bull from charging?
A bull from charging? You
This
take
is
away
good
its credit
information.
card.
Oh, have you heard that one
No,
before?
I just
Oh,
I
good
think
for
about
you.
good. Is
I
it-
thought that was going to be practical information for the next time that you find yourself in a bullpen. No, that's not where bulls
I
are kept.
often avoid
Wait,
bullpens.
what's a bullpen?
A bullpen in baseball is where the relievers warm up.
Where the pitchers
Well, the
are.
relieving pitcher. Well, all the pitchers. I guess that's true. All the pitchers are in the bullpen.
Okay.
And they come out when it's their turn to pitch. That's where they hang out.
Is
the
there
position players
a thing
are-
for bulls called a bullpen, or
I imagine that it was based on the fact that it's sort of like a pen that bulls could be in. I'm sure there's something called a bullpen where you keep the bulls.
where you keep the bulls?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we know.
Okay.
You keep them from charging by taking away their credit cards, which is very difficult to do if they are in the process
Of charging.
of charging.
Like, you have to get them before they start
Yes,
charging, all right?
yes.
They have to, before they get interested
Yeah,
in the product
yeah,
line.
exactly.
Okay. Guys, we're gone. We're going. It's time.
We're leaving,
It's gonna
but
go.
oh
It's
my
gonna-
gosh, Armageddon is happening.
Oh, man.
Um,
I hope you've resolved your conflicts, because we're about to take your battlefield, roll it
Kanto
up, and put it
just
away.
deployed the robot dogs armed with torpedoes. You guys, this is tough.
What's tough?
The Cthulhu, the Cthulhu, the Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Cthulhu, I think. Cthulhu. I think you just nick the Cthulhu.
I thought it was just Cthulhu.
No, Cthulhu.
Okay.
Cthulhu. It's like Cthulhu. Cthulhu.
They've been deployed as well.
All right.
My goodness, you guys.
Alden Snap says
Can't-
2:00. All right. Gotta end, because Alden says it's time to go.
A
What?
bullpen in swimming gets the kids to their events.
Huh?
What?
Gets the kids to their events? It's like a van called the bullpen?
Wow, I had no idea the bullpens there were so many different bullpens.
Principal Schaefer, tell us more about that
The
tomorrow.
rocket snails are being deployed. You guys, this is a terrifying, terrifying war.
We
I can't wait.
We have to end this.
You guys are going to have to tell us how it ends.
Yeah, all right?
Yeah.
We're going to go. We're taking... What?
Truce was just declared. Thank goodness.
Phew.
Thank goodness. Just in the nick of time.
Okay.
Truce was declared.
Can we just stop this stupid wars effort? Exactly,
Yes.
you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Why can't you band together and have a
Reconvene
tea party?
Bring your rocket snails back home.
Yeah.
Bring your shrimpzillas back into your bullpen.
Everybody,
Yes.
come on over and get some Matties at Matt's place. All right, that's my convenience store, and I sell the Slurpee equivalent of it's called the Matty.
Matty.
It's big.
How much does it cost?
It's tasty.
How much does it
It's
cost?
free.
Free Maddies, you
Free
guys.
Matties on me. Matties on the house. All right.
To end
Yeah.
all wars.
Well, no, to celebrate the end of the war.
Oh, good.
To
Okay.
commend you for ending the war, you get free Matties at Matt's place.
All right.
All right.
Hooray! Peace reigns again.
Bye, friends.
Bye, guys.
See you later.